A congressman in our area is fighting to clean up terror on YouTube. New York Representative Anthony Weiner is demanding YouTube take down more than 700 terrorist videos from its site. Congressman Weiner says the videos attract a lot of attention.
The 3.5 million views, not every single person that clicks these videos means harm to the United States or means to become a terrorist. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are just curious.
Congressman Weiner joins us this morning along with security analyst Bill Daley to give us more insight on how to prevent terrorists from taking over the Internet. You really think this is a concern? I mean, I didn't even know what was going on YouTube.
Well, you know,
now you brought it to my attention. Now I'm going to look at it.
You know, YouTube is a truly international service. It's where a lot of people are posting recipes on how to make cakes, posting cute baby pictures, but also, as we found, enormous number of terrorists are using it as the way to get their message out. And unfortunately, in the case that we identified here, it's been pretty persuasive. The Fort Hood bomber, the Christmas Day bomber, even the Times Square bomber said they were influenced by this guy's teachings.
And this is the guy that's on YouTube.
Right, and a ton of views and tons of videos. And look, they call him the Internet Bin Laden because he recognized that the Internet is the way to get out his message of hate. And that's why I've asked YouTube to take these videos down, because it's pretty clear that he's not there using the service just as a hobby.
So you talk to YouTube. What has been their reaction? Have you gotten any reaction from them?
Well, let me say, Google, their parent company, I think to their credit, they acknowledge that they have free speech issues they're trying to navigate here and also safety issues, but they figured out, look, if I put up copyrighted material from Jon Stewart, it would be down in 30 minutes. There's no reason this should stay up. They say they're going to look at these. They say they count on it to be called to their attention. You can always put a comment or an offensive, if there's offensive content. Now that they've got this list, I hope they do the right thing and take it down. I don't believe we should legislate this area because I do believe there are free speech issues, but they should be good corporate citizens and do the right thing.
Bill Daley, as a security analyst, what are you concerned about here?
I'm really concerned, Roseanne, about this virtual recruitment that's going on. This is a concern that security experts have, that people who are sitting in their rooms by themselves, who maybe feel alienated, who want to belong to a cause, can go online, go to the Internet, look at some radical preachings, and be drawn into it. And so this kind of virtual recruitment of potential terrorists is a big concern. And just like we would immediately take off someone who is a child molester or who is a mass murderer or a serial killer, we would certainly want to have them removed, and I think this falls right into the same category.
Well, a lot of people say that the Internet is like the Wild West. You can put anything on. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. Are we moving to a society where we're going to have to start regulating the Internet?
Well, let me say this. Look, I think to some degree we're not in the Wild West anymore. There are still rules that govern it. Like I said, if someone tried to put copyrighted Channel 5 material on, it would come down pretty quickly. I think that they've said, for example, if this guy posted his own videos, they would take them down, but it's other people who use it like an echo chamber. I don't think we should regulate this through Congress, but if we're going to stay out of it, we're counting on companies like Google and YouTube to do the right thing.
Bill, how do we secure the Internet from terrorists?
Well, part of it is the self-policing here. I mean, we even saw going back, there was a case not too long ago where someone on Craigslist using Craigslist to solicit people in who were victimizing. So the individual people who are controlling the content, much like Channel 5 controls its content going out, you have to be concerned. You have to take responsibility for it. And as the Congressman said, this is not a legislative issue. This is a self-policing issue. It's also one where law enforcement, when they see that people are visiting these sites, can also use that as a way to be able to go and find out who might be radicalized. But again, it's a very, very sensitive area, and one that I think requires the individual companies to take responsibility for what they're putting out there and give people access to.
I know that you talk about being sensitive to freedom of speech, but people write blogs. I mean, where does it stop? Where do you say, I draw the line here, I'm only going after YouTube? Where there's blogs out there, there's a million things that you could be looking at.
Right. Well, let me say a couple of things about that. First of all, YouTube really is a truly international posting board for videos, and it's interesting to note that a lot of these videos have been translated into English just for the purpose of trying to find homegrown terrorists here in the United States. I think these are tough questions. Where do you draw the line? I don't think, for example, a news program that shows this guy's video should be taken off the air. But now we've identified for them, we've done the hard work. We've identified 700 websites that just are the content of this guy and his ramblings, including exhorting people to violence, which we know has worked. So I think that this is a pretty clear case. It's kind of like was said about pornography. You know it when you see it. bad internet content that you see that's leading to terrorism should be taken down, and then we'll draw the next line the next time we identify it.
Bill Daley, Congressman Weiner, thank you so much for being here. Hey, before you go, how's married life? 4 months
not
already,
too shabby.
right?
I look pretty good.
You look pretty good for 4 months. Has life
Thank
changed for you in the past 4 months?
Yes, in many ways, most of which are not for morning news
TV?
programming. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, gotcha. We'll get you back on the 10 o'clock news to find out. All right, thank you so much.
Get myfoxny.com on your iPhone free at the App Store and stay connected.